Hey Josh, I guess you're back in the tie for the lead, all-time winner list with the World of Outlaws after winning at Merritt Raceway.
Yeah, it was definitely an awesome weekend. You know, I was debating whether we wanted to come back this week or not. We were off, and just decided to come here last minute. Drove the dually the whole way up here and got a 10-hour drive back home. Had a kid, Brett Venham, come help me this weekend, and pretty much just me and him on that side. New guy Cody's been helping us on the crew as well, along with Matt, my dad, and Brandon doing all the work. It was cool to get a 1-2 finish. You know, I know we started on the pole. That was definitely, I think, the hardest I've ever worked to try to win. And when I saw Brandon underneath of me with a couple to go, I knew I had to pick the pace back up. It was just so hard because every time you went into the corner, you just didn't know. The holes were different every single time, and just tried to get a smooth rhythm going, but you just couldn't. And it was cool to hold off, everything's together, and get a 1-2 finish. So it was fun.
How physical was that racing? There's a lot of bouncing around out there for 50 laps.
It was definitely physical. I think it was more mental than anything because you just didn't know what the car was going to do every time, so you just had to be able to react. You know, a couple of times you'd roll in there real straight and smooth, and it would turn, and the next time it would push. So it was definitely tough, but it was definitely awesome to come back from this long of a break. Lead some laps last night. We were just a little too tight, and I feel like we could have won last night too. So it was a really great weekend, and it was definitely good to come back and get that little boost of confidence.
And definitely no pressure tonight too. Like you mentioned that last night without any points or anything, and on that kind of racetrack tonight, that had to help you also.
Oh, definitely. You know, I'm just out there to try to win. Obviously, I knew Brandon was there, and I didn't want to do anything to mess him up. You know, we're not running for points or anything, but you know, I guess once we get back Sunday, Brandon's got to work on the car and wash it and everything. So it was a fun weekend. I knew it was probably a little too extreme, but it was fun for me mentally and physically to get up through there and win this one.
What did you say to Brandon and Victory Lane when you went over and saw him?
I just told him he did a great job. You know, he made me pick the pace back up when I saw him. So, you know, Brandon does a great job. He's going to be really great. One of these days, he's probably going to be better than what I've been. And you know, it's if I didn't have any confidence in him, then he wouldn't be in the car. So, Brandon's a great kid, and he's going to be really good. And it's cool to be a part of that and to help him along the way, and you know, see what he could be. And just have fun racing.
What do you think your dad's feeling with the 1-2 finish?
I'm sure he was nervous out there. I looked over at my crew guys, and they're looking at him. You know, that are normally my crew guys. They're giving him hand signals, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just, you know, get with it here. But it was cool. You know, I'm sure he was a proud father of two. You know, watching that. But I'm sure it was nervous. You know, but we'll take it for sure.